Joyce looks at Mark with a smile. Joyce. You fucking talk as if your ass smells like fucking roses after you take a fucking shit. Mercedes.
I can just imagine what it looks like down in the basement.
Thomas. I think I have had enough of this tour to last me for a while. Angel. Maybe we should hire a cleaning company to come in to do a deep clean from top to bottom. Thomas. You might want to tell them to wear a fucking hazmat suit when they come in to clean. Joyce. Maybe James could recommend a good company. Thomas and Mark decide to enter one of the bedrooms to check a scary-looking doll sitting on a dresser. Thomas. I remember my mother having a shitload of these scary-looking dolls. Mark.
The eyes look so fucking real.
Mark takes a closer look at one of the eyes. Thomas. I really don't think that eye is going to be any use to you, dude. Mark.
Maybe not to me, but someone has been making use of this eye.
Thomas. What do you mean? Marl takes a minute examining the head of the doll, when opens the back of the head to find a hidden camera. Mark.
Someone has placed a hidden nanny camera behind the eyes to monitor the bedroom.
Thomas. Shut the fucking front door. Mercedes, Angel, Joyce enter the room to find Mark with the doll in his hands. Joyce. Is there something you would like to tell me, Mark? Mark.
Someone has placed a nanny camera in the back of this doll's head to monitor the bedroom.
Mercedes.
This room must have been used by one of the daughters.
Joyce. Is the camera activated? Mark.
I see a red light, so it must be activated.
Mercedes.
We need to check the other rooms for any dolls or stuffed animals sitting on dressers.
Thomas. So if the camera is activated, Angel, means that someone is watching us right now? Mark.
This nanny camera looks to be up to date, which means that someone has been in this house recently.
Joyce. But why would someone put a nanny camera in a vacant house? Angel glances around the room. Angel. Is it just me, or does the linen on the bed look fresh and clean? Joyce. Yeah, you're right. Thomas. I wonder if the nanny camera has a memory chip in it. Mark.
I don't see one, which tells me that whomever is watching us is using a Wi-Fi signal.
Mercedes returns with 2 stuffed bears. Mercedes.
I found these 2 stuffed bears with nanny cameras in the eyes.
Mark.
We're going to destroy the nanny cameras by stepping on them.
Mark removes the nanny cameras and steps on them as they break into pieces. Angel. We need to check the other bedrooms for nanny cams. Thomas. I wonder if there's nanny cameras throughout the funeral home? Angel looks at Mercedes. Angel. Are you sure these nanny cameras were not installed by Dragon Lady without you knowing about it? Mercedes.
It could be a possibility.
Joyce. We better check the embalming room for nanny cameras. Thomas. I wonder how far a nanny camera can transmit from? Mercedes.
I need to go to my place to use the washroom.
Angel. There's a washroom here you can use. Mercedes.
Fuck that idea, sister, not after finding those nanny cameras.
Mercedes leaves the house. Joyce. Did Mercedes appear to look a bit nervous to you guys? Mark.
She was alright until we found the nanny cameras.
Thomas. Do you think Mercedes knows more about the nanny cameras than what she's telling us? Joyce. I think we need to start keeping a close eye on Mercedes. Royal Inn Hotel. Thomas, Mark, Angel, Joyce enter to find Sheila and 4 female uniformed police officers looking down towards their female victim laid out on the bed holding a rosary. Angel. Looks like our rosary suspect has struck again. Sheila.
Good morning, detectives.
Thomas and Mark direct their attention to the adjoining room. Thomas. Sounds like we have a fucking party going on next door. Officer.
We have detained 4 guests who just happened to find our victim.
Mark.
How would they find our victim when the adjoining door is locked from this side?
Officer.
According to one of the guests, our victim was part of the party.
Thomas looks at Angel with a smile. Thomas. Mark and I are going to go next door to see what we can find out from our party guests. Adjoining hotel room. Thomas and Mark enter the room to find 2 male and 2 female parties sitting on the bed. Thomas. Good morning, boys and girls. I'm Detective Hearst and this is my partner Detective Graves. One of the females begins to chuckle out loud. Mar.
How about we start off by telling us your names?
First female. My name is Ms. Roxy Masters. Second female. My name is Alice Foreman. First male. My name is Arnold Bentley. Second male. My name is Fred Rowland. Thomas and Mark decide to sit down on a chair facing the 4 individuals. Thomas. We need to talk to you about the young lady next door. Fred.
I can tell you that she gives good fucking head.
Mark.
Have the 4 of you been in the good sauce today?
Arnold.
Yes, we have been in the good sauce, sir. Did you want to join us?
Thomas. We're on duty, thanks for asking. Mark.
We understand that the young lady was over attending your party.
Alice.
Yes, sir, she was here up until a few hours ago when she left.
Thomas. Did the young lady leave alone? Arnold.
She did leave alone, but she was joined by a man in her room.
Fred.
We did hear them yelling at each other for a few minutes.
Mark.
Could you hear what they were yelling about?
Roxy Masters. I think it was something over a business of some sorts. Thomas. Whereabouts are you folks from? Roxy.
We're all from Chicago here on a vacation.
Thomas and Mark could tell that the 4 individuals were nervous about something. Thomas. Is there something that you're not telling us? Because if there is, I am going to strongly suggest that now would be the time to tell us. Alice.
You better tell them, Fred.
Mark.
We're listening, Mr. Rowland.
Fred looks directly at Thomas and Mark. Fred.
I went into the young lady's room to see if she wanted to have sex after I heard the man leave the room.
Thomas. Go on, Mr. Rowland. Fred.
I thought the young lady was passed out when I proceeded to have sex with her.
Mark.
Go on, Mr. Rowland.
Fred.
I leaned down to kiss her when I noticed she was not breathing.
Thomas. Go on, Mr. Rowland. Fred.
I fixed her dress and wrapped the rosary around her hands and came back to the room.
Thomas. You sir are one very sick fucking bastard. Roxy.
Hey, you can't talk to my friend like that. He had no fucking idea that she was fucking dead.
Just then Angel and Joyce enter the same room. Angel. Is everything alright in here, detectives? Thomas. I have one last question before I turn you over to our officers. Mark.
What was the young lady wearing when she was over here?
Alice.
She was wearing a red skirt, white blouse, and red nylons.
Thomas walks over to the door and looks into the other room. Thomas. Can a few officers come in here and take these folks over to lock up until we decide on what to do with them? 3 female police officers enter the room just as Angel, Thomas, Joyce, Mark enter back into the crime scene room. Thomas. Say, Dr. Bellows. Can I talk to you alone for a few minutes? Sheila.
Sure, detective, let's step over in the corner.
Joyce. What the fuck happened in there, Mark? Mark.
Apparently our victim left their room and was joined by a man after she had closed her door.
Angel. What's the yelling all about? Dead Mark Graves. One of the male parties decided to come into this room to see if our victim wanted to have more sex and mounted her. Angel. And realized that our victim was stiff as a board. Joyce. What a disgusting fucking horny hound dog. Thomas rejoins the team as Shelley makes a phone call. Thomas. I need to use the washroom. Angel. You're not fucking serious? Mark.
You wouldn't dare make a fucking deposit at a crime scene?
Thomas. Relax, I'm only taking a fucking piss. Thomas walks into the bathroom and closes the door behind him. Angel. So this makes 3 dead females in a hotel room. Joyce. I have our victim's name, which is Ms. Winona Beckett, who also lives and owns a lavish clothing store in Markham, Ontario. Angel. So we have 3 dead females who own a high-end clothing store in Markham, Ontario. Thomas walks out of the washroom holding a valuable piece of evidence. Thomas. So look what I found hanging on the back of the washroom door. Angel. A necktie? Thomas. Not just a necktie, but a necktie with the letters K and R embroiled on the front of it. Mark.
So now our suspect has left behind a cufflink, pocket watch, and now a necktie.
Angel. Do you suppose that our suspect is purposely leaving this shit behind for us to find? Sheila.
My removal crew will be here in a half hour. I'll text you when the autopsy has been completed.
Thomas. I guess we're done here. Angel. I think it's time for a rosebud date. Joyce. Sounds like a plan, Mark, and I will meet you guys there. Thomas. Last one there pays the bill. Driving along the road. Angel drives down the road while Thomas sits back taking in the scenery. Thomas. So what's your thoughts regarding Mercedes? Angel. My thoughts on Mercedes is that I think she knows more about cameras that were found in the dolls. Thomas. Do you think Dragon Lady had the hidden cameras installed? Angel. Sandman or Dragon Lady to keep an eye on their drug mill. Thomas glances over at the gas gauge. Thomas. You might want to hit the next gas station. Angel. I am going to keep a very close eye on Mercedes for the next few days. Thomas. The $1 million question is, who was watching the cameras and where are they watching them from? Angel pulls into a gas station as she comes to a stop at a pump. Thomas. I'll get out and gas the car up. Angel. I'm going to go in to grab some water. Thomas stands beside the car as he places the nozzle into the gas tank while glancing around. Thomas. What more could you ask for than a nice hot sunny day? Angel walks out of the store past a young man when she directs her attention to the young man's suit. Angel. Hey Thomas. Did you see the young man who just walked by me? Thomas turns around to see the same young man enter the store. Thomas. I'll have to catch him when he comes out. Angel.